Hi everybody, welcome to Xianxia D&D. I'm Casey, I'm the Dungeon Master, and today we are you see this nice looking chap over here. That's an ice silkworm, and the group has now found themselves in a maximum security cell down an icy pit where they discovered their new friend, an ice silkworm. Um, this is a game, just for those of you who are new here, this is a game that is based on Chinese martial arts novels and in particular the Xianxia genre, where we are immortal cultivators, where the players play immortal cultivators and they get into wuxia based shenanigans, love, hate, revenge, redemption, all of that you will not find in this particular storyline. What you will have is a lot of confusion and people and players being players. Now, let's head down to the players introducing themselves. Rich, maybe you can start with you.
Sure. Hi everyone. My name is Richard, and I play Song Yifan, which is a disciple of Mount Wudang. He's an Elven Bladesinger, and met our other intrepid adventurers in a mystery-solving adventure in the 10,000 Manor, and soon joined up to wander the Middle Kingdom. Over to Nic.
I am Nick, and I am playing Amu, who is a wanderer in the said Middle Kingdom. Uh, so I'm going around looking for my looking for clues as to what his actual heritage is. At this point, as Case would like to say, there's a 1 in 7 chance that he might actually be the rightful emperor of China. Aside from that, he's functionally a paladin in all regards, rules wise, but because it's Xianxia, some rule modifications have been made, and well, he may not look like it yet. He's actually a paladin.
Oh, you are very effectively a paladin, and you're a very effective paladin. Just to add, one of our players, Renzus, is not here for the time being. He will be botted by Nick for this session. Renzus, as he likes to say, is the archetypical big guy in anime series with a heart of gold and an ex-bandit with the group the Mountain Dogs. And with that, we move on to Shao.
Hey, hello. Hi, I'm Shao, and I'm playing Cang Tian, kind of like the party's consulting detective. I'm playing a monk who uses his monastic skills to get more information about the ups and downs of society, and is currently involved in looking at currently involved in a prison break, and we're getting involved in things that probably aren't very good for health, aka imperial dynastic politics. Yeah, and we're here to save our friend, necromancer, hopping vampire, half vampire girl. And now we are also here to do another quest, which involves laying rest to a friend of a party's contact. This has landed us in rather cold soup, which is where we're going to start the adventure today.
Yes, and just before we start our adventure today, today's sponsors is the Luoyang Silkworm Preservation Society. Ice silkworms are incredibly rare creatures that only spawn once every 1,000 years, and for one to grow to such size is indeed incredibly rare. If you kill them, think of the silk, think of the silkworms, think of their mothers. Okay.
So when you say it's a preservation society, is it like they preserve the dead bodies of these creatures very well, or they're there to preserve them from being dead bodies?
Yes.
I see. I like the answer.
Yes, everybody not sagely at this point in time.
Okay.
So,
Yes.
with that, right? Just to set the scene, they had reached the bottom of an ice pit. This particular ice pit is known as the pit of the dead, and this is where the Chinese Empire, the empire, the Song Dynasty, ever since the Tang Dynasty days, had used to imprison their most deadly prisoners. There is a body of an ex-Imperial Guardsman by the name, and one of the 4 Imperial Guardsmen that were responsible for guarding the Emperor's well-being, and that was the only female member in there, which was by the name of Zhu He. Zhu He is the Scarlet Bird named after the 4 cardinal beasts, and they have been tasked to retrieve his body by a friend of the parties, who they think is also an ex-member of the Imperial Guards. Now, this cute little bugger here is an ice silkworm, and Talespire does not have ice silkworms, unfortunately. But what we can do right now is roll for initiative.
Okay.
Yes, the thing everybody has been waiting for. So you have the body in your hands, Yifan. You start the fight with the body in your hands.
Okay.
The fire has vanished. Actually, I just realized that I probably need to get rid of this fire.
My initiative is 15. Do I need to roll for Kukang?
Yes, please roll for Kukang.
Don't know his modifier.
I will pull out his modifier.
Why can I not? Oh,
He can also roll another 15. So we both are on 15 depending on.
Okay. The fire will be put aside. How come I cannot get rid of it? Why can I not get rid of it?
This is very something you get to go double the amount, right?
Okay, got it. Haha. Sorry. So what's the Lomo, yours is 15. Kukang's is Kukang has no bonus to initiative.
So we're both on 15.
So both have 15.
He has a +1. He has a +1.
Something is 20. I see it. Oh, it's +1, so it's 16 now. Okay. And Yifan?
Haven't rolled yet. Let me roll. Yifan has 21.
Okay. And let me start. Okay, top of the round, Song Yifan. You see a giant, pale looking creature, worm-like creature, burst out of the cavern wall and go.
Okay.
We should find out whether it's reasonable. We should probably find out whether it's reasonable. I mean, it is a cultivated property after all.
Is the fight reasonable? Probably not.
No. We should probably find out whether it is.
That thing is reasonable, is it? Sure, go ahead.
You want a whole action?
Actually, I'm going to present myself as a available target by moving forward away from the group. Take a defensive stance. My action is to dodge as a action.
What are the chances that we can befriend it and ride it out?
And yeah, I was thinking of that as well. My bonus action would be to Blade Song.
Okay. Are you readying an action?
No, my action is to
fight defensively.
Dodge.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cang Tian, what are you doing?
Okay, so the creature is staring at us in a rather aggro manner, right?
Insofar as silkworms have little beady eyes.
Okay.
They do?
Yeah, they do. They're not blind. But actually I'm not entirely sure if they are blind. But even if they are, he seems to be raised in kind of like a serpentine pose, like he's ready to strike forward.
Okay, I take a quick glance at this creature, right? Let me any kind of signs of malnutrition or sores and wounds or whatever. Like basically, does it look like a well-kept pet or does it look like it's been thrown down a pit and forgotten about?
Okay, make me this is your action for the round. Make me a perception roll.
Yeah.
Or a survival roll if you have one.
Got it. I think I'll roll perception in this
Okay.
case. Let's go. That's 11 plus 5, 16.
Okay. Good enough. Two things you notice about it. One is that the body of the silkworm is radiating some kind of steam.
Okay, so it's the heat that's
Yeah,
like.
it's basic. It's steaming, and you see that there's heat radiating. In fact, you start seeing a sheen form around the ice pit. The second
Okay.
thing that you notice about it is that it's got scars on it. It looks like it's been in fights before. But he looks in rude health. Like he's not sick. He's just hungry.
Got it. Then I basically use my stand action to do that. Then I use my speech action to basically convey two things I want. One says, don't just watch out for the ice, be careful of fire as well. And then I look at the steam, and then I take a bone, and then kind of like very almost like absentmindedly say, "Oh yes," and the beast is very hungry. Then I take a bonus action to
Sure.
basically use my heroic shadow step. Right? Can I leap onto the ledge above me?
Let me
Yeah,
take
have- I
a
have the boots of shredding and springing, and
yeah. You probably can lah. How far up you want to go is the real question. This
okay,
is
let me
about
let me
15.
math it.
This is 15 feet.
Okay,
This is about
15,
25 feet.
let's see, move 19. I think I'll get to the 25 feet actually. I'll do the 25 feet one.
No problems. Make me roll.
Oh my god, I just realized something.
Yeah.
If Case is doing what I think he's doing, this is a fucking Remoras.
This is a what?
Sorry.
It's a Remoras.
It may very well be. It may be
Yeah,
a Remoras
it-
on
It looks
steroids.
like yeah. Sorry, what am I supposed to roll again? Acrobatics, athletics, what am I supposed to roll?
Athletics
Arcane.
athletics, and then you multiply by 3, then multiply by 3 again.
Okay, got it. I think I flew to space because I got a 30.
You can you can
90.
go up to 270 feet, but you're limited by the
My speed is
9.
40 lah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, okay.
Oh,
Got
you,
it. So-
you literally flew off to space. Haha.
Okay, then yeah, and then I'll try to get closer to it, basically from a top layer, and basically try to continue kind of like just looking at the terrain around me and
Okay.
try to basically get a higher ground. And
You're at the Bridge of Roots. The Bridge of Roots is blocking what would have been a path around to
I
it.
see.
Yeah. So your next move, you can make a jump across to here, but apart from
Okay.
that, this is blocking your way.
Is
Okay.
this rock and dirt and ice, or is it like ice only?
That's a very good question. Do you have knowledge nature?
No. Can I like sort of like investigate instead?
Sure, you may make an investigation roll, but the amount of information you get will be much less.
Yeah, no worries. It's a crit 23. Yeah.
Oh, okay. It is neither
Okay.
ice nor rock nor snow nor dirt.
Okay.
It is a very slick. It's a very slick substance, but there's a
Okay.
luminous sheen to the walls around here.
Probably the silk of this creature, I guess.
No, not really. You can see the
Alright.
silk. You can see the silk threads, like there are residual silk threads. Remember, I was talking about it, kind of cocooning the skeleton, right?
Yeah.
This thing here looks like a more purified form of the walls.
Oh, okay, got it.
Mm.
All right, I'm done then. I
Okay,
think
no worries.
that's-
Next in the round is Kukang.
Kukang watches as the other party members seem to be not attacking the beast. Then he says, "Wait, why are we not attacking it?" And then after that, he goes in front of it and
And
Kukang is-
Kukang,
Speaking of the barbarian,
Yes, hello. I have come here.
you just come in at the right initiative order. Well done.
Right.
then
So-
he gets to
One-
decide
one
what he
twist.
wants to do.
One Twitch stream into another. Okay, give me a second to get my
Sasuga, X-wing champion, Sasuga.
Oh,
Sasuga-
yeah.
Tournament-
character.
tournament
very,
timing.
very. We were this close, you know.
It's okay. For those of you who don't know, Renzus is effectively Singapore's world team member for X-Wing, right? Did I get that right? Because I don't.
Yes.
Yeah, so
The
World Team
X-Wing team championships.
X-Wing Team Championships, and they came in. They placed third in this
Yeah.
tournament. Well done, Renzus. We're all very proud of you.
Yes, thank you.
Do Singapore proud. Okay. Now, Kukang was.
Where are we?
You are
He-
in the
he's a
pit,
big scary monster.
facing a big giant silkworm.
Kang would notice that the other party members that went before him are not attacking the creature.
Okay.
Yeah, so Yifan has come up to the creature, kind of just taking a defensive stance. Kukang hasn't acted. Cang Tian has basically light-footed up the ledge and he's trying to find a way around the creature.
Okay. And it is my turn, I take it.
Hi Sheen, how are you?
Yes, sir.
Hey.
Hello.
I am going to stand next to Yifan, is it? The one in front of it?
Yup, Yifan is in front of it. Yeah, you see? Okay,
Alright,
one more
goodness.
thing just to show off. Yifan has
Go
a
ahead.
new mini...
Ah, he has his miniature. Yay.
Yay, okay.
Okay, I will stand next to him and simply take the dodge action. Sharing aggro, as they call it.
Okay.
Sharing aggro.
Sure, good enough for me.
It's also a just in case, just in case some disaster happens, you have someone to grab you and run.
Longmu, your turn.
They are in base-to-base contact.
They are base-to-base contact. I will assume so because Kukang said he wanted to be able to reach out and grab the silkworm.
No, not the thing that I've grabbed Yifan.
Yeah, grab
He's
Yifan lah. I
something else.
didn't think you were gonna grab the silkworm lah. Sorry. Yeah.
Okay.
Unless you enlarge to gargantuan size and decide to
Okay,
oh, wait, that is 3.5e.
Okay, so Longmu, what are you doing?
I'm going to hold my right hand in front of me in some kind of a defensive posture similar to what the bouquet guard normally do, with the sleeve as a possible distraction / defensive.
So everybody's
thing, right?
basically forming a nice conga line in front of the silkworm, is it?
Yes. And my sword
Okay.
my spear is on the other hand towards the back. So that's the bouquet guard defensive stance, right? And then I'm going to say, Great Worm, you do not come seeking a fight with you this day.
Checking
If I
for
can talk to
extension.
spiders, if I can talk to spiders, I can talk to worms, right?
Okay,
Checking
make
for
me
extensions.
a persuasion roll.
Go eat somebody else.
Persuasion.
Persuasion roll.
Is this creature the spiders that we fought with? In the east?
22.
Okay.
Putting that paladin charisma to good use.
Yes.
Okay. At this point in time, right, the worm still in its reared up position, right, says something. It's a deep guttural voice, and if you've played God of War, it's what the Midgard serpent sounds like. That really low intonate.
In a language we do not understand.
Do any of you speak Giant?
Walao.
Giant.
Yeah.
Let me check. Where are languages?
I
Not.
doubt it lah, but do any of you speak Giant?
Nope.
I have things in giant script, which is Dwarvish and Primordial, which is like the linguistic family close, but it's not giant.
Okay, it's like, okay, so it's a bit like a Hokkien speaker when you are encountering Teochew.
Yeah, correct. It's like, huh? Oh, okay.
Which is not that bad.
Okay, so you hear maybe one out of every 5 words he's saying
Okay.
leaf, flame.
Leaf and
Leave
flame.
and flame, is it?
Hmm.
Okay, got it. I mean, like,
Don't know. I kind of guess what he wants, but don't know.
yeah, the
you-
flame imperishable, is it?
No, not fresh imperishable. It's Jutres flame.
This is very cold down here.
Yes.
And it's actually
Oh.
a fire, it's a fire creature, not an ice creature.
Yeah. So he needs something to keep him warm.
Yeah, let's keep him warm in the power of friendship.
Okay.
Say what? Say
I
what?
need to,
What is
I
this?
need to leave just for the second.
Okay, so he's not attacked this round. He's watching Yifan with his like little beady silkworm eyes.
Maybe virtual.
I have
Yifan, it's your turn.
an idea.
I do not understand what he's talking about. I turn around and look at the Kugang. Do you all know what he's talking about?
Nope.
Hey, Chang Tian,
Jen, what did he just say?
he said something about fire. I have an idea, alright? So follow my cue. I'm upstairs, so see what I do and try to learn, alright?
Okay, sure. Defensive stance. Take the dodge action.
Cang Tian, your turn.
Okay?
And I just go, okay.
Okay, got it. So I wave at the worm. I wave at the giant, strange creature that is like sleeping that is sitting there and cowpaying at us, the kraken like this.
Yes, of
And-
course. It is like this is like the oldest taxi driver ever, oldest and
Yeah.
largest taxi driver ever. Okay.
Wow. Then I basically focus the steel forming palm energy within my body, and then I focus it over down to my Cang Tian, and then I generate 1 point of fire damage, and then I kind of like punch my fist downwards, right? Then flame wraps around my body lah. Then I kind of like use my reaction to basically do the other technique of steel forming palm to resist the cold. And then I say to the creature in I basically just mime to it. I think I would make a performance check, right? It's because I don't think it understands me. I'll just speak in, I guess, the closest to Dwarvish, saying that is, if you are cold and need flame, we can teach you the arts of warmth. And then I practice the forms of steel forming stance. And then I'm like,
Oh,
follow me. Let's teach this creature to cultivate so that it can protect itself from the
It
cold.
it
Already
re-
a ghost.
okay. So it
I
it
have no idea.
responds, right. Your flame reaches the bottom, right. It touches and it's just completely sputters out.
Yeah.
Just like not it doesn't take a very long time. There's something about the area that actually does not lend itself well to flame. So the silkworm goes
Then later I kind of like try to mime. Come, try as well. Let's do the
Oh.
Great Singapore, the Great Loyang Walkout.
the great workout. Good,
the,
good.
the great lord.
Yeah, sorry. I need to position Wormy properly. Wormy is not positioned properly. Okay, now. Yeah, he is coming closer.
He's always giant Zerg looking at us. It's like this giant.
He looks a bit. To be fair, right, the mini does actually look a little derpy.
It's like Zerg. It's a derpy Zerg. Yeah.
It's a giant derpy Zerg. Okay, so and just because we're looking at the chat, right? It's not just giant silkware. It's ice silkware, so it keeps them cool. Ah,
Oh my god, Uniqlo will pay a lot to get it.
yeah,
And the air conditioned undergarments.
yeah.
Uniqlo
it's-
and Rizom.
Per- Perfect for Singapore weather.
Yes, yes. This is the reason why the Luoyang Silkworm Preservation Association reminds you that ice silkworms are incredibly rare, and they remind you again that they should be preserved at all costs.
Yeah, here is ice. There's no fire. There's no way for it to be well done. It'll stay rare.
Okay, next in the round is Kukang. He's right in your face right now. He's like, he's ready to
So,
slam down on
Do
you.
any of our applicable languages? I mean, can we tell whether it understands from its interaction so far?
So far you heard him exchange some words with Cang Tian, but the only thing that I got out of it was just the silkworm looks more agitated.
Celestial and Gnomish.
It neither speaks Celestial nor Abyssal. Yep.
Yeah, I have an idea. Okay, but
You had an idea last round.
yeah, I'm generating new ideas every round basically.
So yeah, actually, just to point out, these things are, I don't have a good filter for these, right? But these things are ghost flames. So these things are actually supposed to be blue in color. Yes, sir. So these things actually give off light, but they don't give off heat. Okay, next and around. Kukang, what are you doing?
Are we going loud, gentlemen? Is this
No, we're not.
okay?
We are
Then
not.
I will.
This
I
is-
will. I will,
We are not
I will
fingers.
disengage. Wait. Cang Tian is still above us, right?
Cang
Yeah.
Tian is on the ledge above you.
I will disengage and Lightfoot to join Cang Tian on the roof since. Okay,
Okay.
nope. This is much bigger than me.
We
Okay,
need to convey to it something.
Okay, he takes he takes his ready action, not his reaction, to make a melee attack on you. Since you're the one that moves out of range first.
Okay,
We're
fine.
sweet, walao.
Huh?
We're sweet, oh,
Simi bai sui.
high trouble, oh, we over there,
Simi bai sui.
oh, no nice, oh. They're mumbling in the corner because
Okay, it is a 29. Does a 29 hit you?
Oh my
29
God.
hits like everyone in
okay
this group.
lor, big lor, I say
This
oh.
is with disadvantage. With disadvantage.
No, hang on. No, this is the hit, right? Hang on, there's no damage yet. Make me a contested grapple.
Oh no.
So he's basically trying to
Yep, nope.
Okay.
Strength is only 12.
So as you try to Lightfoot your way out, right? What happens is that the silkworm just strikes like a coiled snake, right? And grabs you and then with his its mouth, and you are basically pulled into the body of the worm, and you start seeing the three of you. You start seeing that silk is starting to enshroud Kukang. Next in the round is Longmu.
I speak to it in Dwarvish.
Your commitment to peace is commendable.
I speak to it in Dwarvish, and I interpose myself between worm and
Who are you trying to interpose yourself between? And because if it's Kukang, you will not be able to, he's literally caught in his maw and he's going
so there's no space in between. I mean, it's a large creature, right?
It's a huge creature. And he's right at your face right now. So you got like almost next to his body.
Look up at it and I say, I use command
Okay?
and I say, please stop it. Well, obviously stop being the
Stop being the operative word. Okay. What is the save?
very hard.
What's the DC of the save and what save? Nick?
It's yes, give me a sec. It should be 13.
Saving stat I think is wisdom for command.
Yeah. Yeah, it's wisdom 13.
Okay. Kukang remains a tasty snack in the mouth of the ice silkworm. Top of the round, Yifan. Oh, sorry, no, it's the Remorous' turn.
Remorous turn.
The Remorous is
If it's not going to negotiate, we should really fuck off.
Yeah, well, it is. I don't think it's really going to negotiate.
Then let's fuck off.
okay. The Remorous takes his turn, and
I mean,
Kukang
yes,
is
except I'm stuck with it, so we might actually need to.
Yes, I'll solve that. Give me some time.
he's now cocooned. He's turned into a silk cocoon, and he basically spits him out behind him.
If it is
Basically
a-
dangles
then
him
I
up.
think
Basically
it-
dangles him
it
up
is.
at like basically like an hors d'oeuvre or
We're not
a
killing
side
him.
of meat. He's not. He hasn't killed anybody, but he's definitely dangling him up. So he's in this particular corner here, hung up.
There's another crazy option, lah. It's just let us take that chapter.
Sorry?
It came out from the ground, right?
It came out from a hole, a hole in the ground. Yes.
Hole in the ground.
Yep. Yifan, top of the round.
Okay.
Proscrito, actually, yeah. Sheena, more like a Proscrito ham. Yeah. Anyway.
So, can I try to draw out the Zhuque's fire?
Yeah, you can.
Okay, can I draw out both the Zhuque's fire and the flame imperishable?
Yes, you can.
Can I attempt to combine them?
Someone's been watching a little too much Topo Changlan. You can try. You can try.
Okay. I'm going to take out both the flames and try to combine them into one big flame. And basically try to make a big explosion.
Okay. That's your action.
That's my action.
Yeah. I'll tell you whether it works the next round.
Next round.
Cang Tian, are you what are you doing?
So the creature's been cocooned behind, and I see that the flames are being kind of like combined, right?
You see a blue flame on Yifan's right hand. It's a familiar flame. You saw it before months ago, and you see the flame imperishable form in his hand, and in his left hand, a new flame appears, and it's red and scarlet, and it radiates warmth and life and all things good.
Okay.
And it forms in his left hand, and it looks like what he's trying to do is to try and put the two flames together.
Okay, got it. And I will basically try to kind of like I suddenly remember that if it's hopefully this creature is literate, because since dwarf and giant use the same script, since I can't speak to it, but maybe it can read. Ta-da! so therefore I'm going to use my shape water cantrip to basically use the ice around and transform it with my calligraphy to speak with it, or rather to create a scrolling message of ice, right, that says, "We are not your enemies. If you wish freedom from this land of cold, you will have to play. Let us not resort to violence. Release our friend, and we can teach you ways to survive this cold land." I guess that shall be my calligraphic shape ice dwarvish language, basically.
Oh no, you're like those scrolling neon banner things.
Yeah. I'm actually the I'm the scrolling message that is on those Japanese news groups.
Okay. What are you doing, Longmu? Kukang, sorry. You make me a DC 17 roll to escape.
It's a strength.
Either a strength or a dex.
Okay,
Dex, you slip out.
I'm going to use
Athletics
great
can
anger.
Great anger!
Rage.
Anger.
Okay, initiate rage and then attempt to break out. So that should give advantage to the. Wait.
Check.
It's a athletic check or just a. Okay, never mind. It's strength check regardless. So I will attempt strength. Is it just a strength roll, or do I get to apply athletics?
You get to apply athletics to it.
Okay, rolling with advantage.
DC 17. You should be able to break free. Actually.
Yes, I am out.
Yeah, you
Well,
watch as Kukang flexes, right, and suddenly you hear a shattering. What sound like shattering of
did I
ice.
take damage by the way, or is this without damage?
He ordinarily you would, but he's not trying to kill you.
Okay.
The thing is not actually trying to kill you. You hear a shattering of what sounds like ice, but you are now in this ledge in the corner, and the silkworm has taken notice of you doing that. Okay, and Longmo, what are you doing?
I throw the spear in the air, the fire spear, and then I plunge it into the ground right in front of me, and I use Majesty.
Okay, what's the save for the challenge?
DC 13, I think. Let me check.
I'm pretty sure it's
It
wisdom.
should be,
I'm pretty
it
sure.
should be the same. It should be the same as well.
Okay, DC 13 wisdom. Oh, he makes a save.
Okay.
So this worm is like you hit his mind twice already, right? And either it's really stronger willed than you suspected, or it's just too dumb to realize that he's being manipulated. Okay, it is the turn of the worm looks at the four of you, and he spits out silk in characters of giant,
Hey, it works. It works.
and he says in well basically it's 6 seconds or less, right? He says leave
Yeah.
the scarlet flame.
Okay. Well, technically, we were asked to bring back Su Che's body, not necessarily the flame, right?
That's correct.
Yep.
Leave the scarlet flame.
Sure. Okay.
Wait, let me see whether because giant is dwarven, right?
The script is the same.
The
But
script
okay.
is the same.
which is like technically the dominant language. I think this one depends on your setting.
Like yeah, Hokkien and Teochew different pronunciation, same writing.
Yeah. Don't know. Don't read dwarven script.
Okay, top of the round. Yifan, what are you doing?
Continue combining.
Okay, make me an Arcana roll. And you see the real two of you see he's wrapping the blue flame around the red flame like the petals of a lotus.
12.
Okay, you can't seem to get it stable enough.
Okay. Never mind. Continue to doing it.
Okay, second, next in the round, Cang Tian.
And I will I just nod at the creature, at the beast, and then I basically look over at what Yifan is trying to do, right? And basically I say, I think you can try doing this, blah blah blah, and then I give him some advice. This time I'm the reverse consulting.
Reverse.
Yeah, I will give him advantage on his Arcana check because I'm trained Arcana as well. Now I realize what I'm trying to do, and I kind of like trace and kind of like try to work in my hands and the mudras and yantras to help him see the mistakes that he is making so that he doesn't follow them. So I kind of do the wrong thing so he doesn't do them, basically. So basically, I'm the projections.
So who are you assisting exactly? Are you assisting?
Yifan.
Yeah, if you're
Because
assisting
I'm going to assist Yifan's next Arcana roll,
Okay.
basically. Yeah, that's all I do.
Longmu, what are you doing? Sorry, Kukang, what are you doing? Kukang first.
Okay, so
Just come over and stand with us, I guess.
is there any way I can further up I can lead to safety?
Yeah, you probably can.
So bonus action Lightfoot.
There's a small ledge down here. There's a small ledge down here. I'm not sure if you can reach.
Yeah, so
all the way
bring
up.
me to the right hand side ridge that
This one?
I think I saw it. Yep.
Okay, can. Let me double check to see how far it is. 20 feet. Yeah, you give me an athletics roll. A 7 will get you across.
Okay, I still then I auto pass because I'm +7.
Okay, your reach ends.
Yep, that's fine.
Okay.
Yeah, that's all.
Okay, and Longmu, what are you doing?
Longmu is going to use the spear and right into the ground in Wabish. Wait. We are trying to extract the flame so we can leave it with you.
Make me a deception roll.
Is it really deception though?
Yeah, it is
it is.
deception. It is deception.
Because I'm not leaving the flame here.
Yeah. This one is the never go for briefing, then go negotiation, right? Big client didn't want that. Oh, then GG.
Wait, but why are we not leaving the flame here if you know?
I don't know. It's the you ask the Yifan.
Yeah, you should ask Yifan because Yifan hasn't said anything about it. So it's a
Yeah.
deception roll because you don't actually know what he's doing.
Because you can't sabo.
hey.
Either we sabo or you sabo.
Yeah, so
Actually,
this
actually, you.
yeah, this feels like
I
my
should
day
be-
job, you know. It's like coordinating with 4 people and then negotiating when not knowing what the hell is going on.
So I'm assuming that Cang Tian didn't tell me that, or any of you didn't tell me that is to leave the Scarlet Flame, right? So
Oh
because
my
I'm going to continue to try to take
Yeah,
the Scarlet Flame away.
I have no idea what you're doing, right? So I assume that you're doing some magic thing to basically help it, lah. So you see, this is all the miscom assume scenario. It's quite funny actually.
Yeah, definitely feels like my day job. Okay, so
Can I use persuasion instead? Because to Amu, it is exactly what is going on.
okay, no, it's deception because you don't really know what's going on. You're basically making an affirmative statement without knowledge of what you're making. So I would say it's still deception.
To be fair to Nick, I guess the logic is that it's like a sincerity roll in Alpha, right? It's basically
Okay,
something sincere.
fair enough.
It's not intending to deceive.
Sure.
right? Yeah.
It's not like my roll is probably high enough, like it's 10. lah. Yeah, not like the roll is very much higher anyway.
What is the roll?
It's I rolled 7, so it's plus 5, it's 12 off.
Okay. No, the worm is not convinced. So, I
Still
guess.
maintaining defensive.
Yep. Rich, you have to drop defensive in order to try and combine the flame.
Yes, I know. I'm not in defensive.
I apologize. I apologize for what I'm about to do to you.
It's okay. I know I'm going to get eaten.
The worm strikes out.
Okay.
Does a 21 hit?
No, it doesn't now. Reaction and cast you.
Okay, so you reach it. The worm just darts forward, right? You have to drop both the flames. Because you have to cast the spell. You have to basically reabsorb both the flames in order to cast.
I reabsorb both the flames.
Okay, so the flames disappear from your hands, right? And you push out the calligraphy of the character for shield Tun as you beach and you see your shield just buckle under the pressure of the giant silkworm. Okay, top of the round, Yifan.
Okay, not gonna assume. What does the worm want?
If I can actually ask.
Yep. Nobody responding. Either of you can respond. Right?
Okay.
Yeah.
Can we
And
respond
then I
our turn?
say, can we respond our turn? Yeah.
Next is Cang Tian's turn. Right?
Okay. So I guess we will respond in its, is it?
Yeah, we respond in its
Okay.
order.
Okay, so I'm
That
gonna
was-
take the defensive action
Okay.
and
Pelican.
that's it.
Okay, then I say like I think it wants the I think they want what they want the Scarlet Flame. It's saying leave the Scarlet Flame.
Okay.
Your response, Yifan?
Okay. Can I? Okay, I'm going to call out the Scarlet Flame and leave it on the floor, if I could,
Okay.
as an action.
You can call out the Scarlet Flame, but you can't leave it on the floor.
Oh, why can't I leave? Oh, okay. As in, I try to drop, but it refuses to drop.
Correct.
Like,
So
you're
the
trying
thing
to.
is, it's like, oh shit, this thing is not dropping.
It's like stuck to me, right?
Yeah, it's like,
Okay, you guys see this action, right? Well, after I have the shield up, right, then I call out the Scarlet Flame on my hand, and I'm shaking this hand with a reddish flame in it, and it refused to fall off onto the floor.
and the worm, right, is just looking at you and going,
See,
see me, what you're doing.
What do we do?
Okay, Kukang is your turn.
it's cinema.
We
I
are
can't. I respond. I can't get it. I can't leave it.
It's not working.
It's not working.
Have you tried turning it on?
Turning it off and turning it on again.
You guys. Okay, fine.
Banzai!
I suppose it is time to choose violence.
No, it's not.
Look, that like it is clearly not interested in peace. You guys are not. We're currently not taking any productive action to placate it. There's only one option unless you all actually can leave this turn.
We can.
Because okay,
There's a chance that we're negotiating. I just need a speaking. Give me a speaking.
Oh, what?
okay, that I'm going to give you one turn. If it doesn't, like, if it doesn't, if you all don't either leave or placate it in one turn, I'm engaging.
Okay, Lomo,
So
what are
I'm
you
going
doing?
to-
What are you doing? What are you doing?
Okay, so for my turn, I'm going to. I guess I'm just stay put, move back further bit back against the wall a bit and dodge.
Okay,
Okay.
Okay.
Lomo, what are you doing?
With my action, I am motioning to the worm. Pay attention to Yifan.
Yeah, you're
And
basically.
then I
Yeah.
say out, and my 6-second speech is stop everything. He wants the flame. Give it to him.
This is Commander's Challenge, right?
No. Stop. I say to the party, stop everything. They want the flame, give it to them.
Make a persuasion roll. Or deception roll, actually, or persuasion roll.
Oh, he's talking to us, right? Not the worm.
They're
Talking
talking
to
to
us,
the
yeah.
party.
Okay,
Yeah, he's trying to tell us to. He's trying to coordinate us. And
okay.
this co-visioning.
The worm is now looking. Okay, so the worm now has this expression, right? He's still angry, right? But he has this expression on his face like.
We want.
Okay, he's readying an action to attack. He's also giving you one round.
Yes.
Yifan,
Can we?
I was like, what do they expect me to do? I can't leave it. As like I try to put it on the floor and then
Offer it to it.
I offer it to it. As in I put the flame out in front of him.
you reach your hand out.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
With the skull thing.
how close are you getting to it?
As close as it takes. Even to touch range.
Okay, so you're getting closer. You're getting closer. You're getting closer. Are you touching him?
I touch him with the flame.
Okay, this is what happens. You reach out, you touch him with the flame, right? His body is steaming, but for some reason, he seems to be actively suppressing his full body heat that the silkworm seems to be radiating, right? You touch him with the flame, and he reaches and he. You hear a voice in your head that says, "No, don't give it to him." It's a female
what
voice.
I was like, okay. What does he want the flame for?
He's the one that feasts on the souls of the damned here. The flame is
Okay.
his cultivation tool, and it's the reason why it's grown so big. There is a way.
Can we reverse cultivate it? Like suck his cultivation out of him?
No, but I can give you maybe 6 seconds to run. I can distract it for 6 seconds. That's all you can have.
Okay. I believe that 6 seconds will be sufficient enough then. As it as it's as she starts her distraction, I immediately bonus action Misty step 30 feet away from him. Away from the purple one.
Okay, so you see this, right? And you see something interesting that happens. The three of you that are watching him, right? You see him walking forward with the flame, right? But then suddenly he taps his foot and he disappears back while his shadow continues walking forward. Longmu, you recognize this. You recognize this as one of the advanced forms that you've never learned but you've heard your master describe.
Yeah.
This is the Seven Veils that Zhu He is actually supposedly famous for. So what she'll do is basically she wears 7 robes, right? And she takes out, when she uses approach, right, she can push out the first one and disappear behind the first one. And she can do that 7 times. Okay, 30 feet. Which way are you going?
I'm up.
Here? Here?
Yeah.
Or here?
And, closer to Cang Tian.
Closer to
if I
Cang Tian.
can.
Okay, can. And Kukang?
And I yell out to Longmu.
Don't yell. You break the pack. You break the.
Oh, okay.
The rest of
Never
you
mind.
already see him disappear. You see the veil, but the monster is just concentrating on the veil and he's facing this direction.
Sorry, where's everyone on the map? I'm a bit,
Everyone
below
but-
the ledge, is it?
Everyone but Longmu.
Okay, I'm going to attempt to get to the other side to join the other side. I think a combination of light foot and dash will do it.
Yep, that will easily do it.
Is that a jump roll I need to make?
Nope.
Okay.
You can dash along the. There's a kind of a path.
Okay.
Up.
So since we're leaving, is this our path of exile?
Half of exile.
Aggress.
Longmu, what are you doing?
Lightfoot, jump up and join the rest.
Okay, you need to make athletics roll DC 7. I think will get you up there.
One. Not for one. 26.
Okay, 26 gets you up there. Now, it's the monster's turn. He reaches out, touches the veil, and the veil just disintegrates, right? And he goes and rears up to his full height. Okay, wait, I need to toggle the fly first. Rears up to his full height of almost 20 feet, right? And strikes at Yifan.
Okay.
Because he's angry. Oh, he's angry!
Okay.
He's angry!
Angry.
Okay. Make a roll. He misses. Slams against the wall, right? And the four of you around him feel the cavern chip and break as pieces of rock start falling.
Oh,
Top of the round. Yifan, what are you doing?
Run.
Run up?
Escape. Run up. Actually, I will cast another second level spell. I will Misty Step bonus action.
Okay.
And then I will take my move action to run.
Okay. You will dash, is it?
Yes, I will dash.
Okay.
Dashing and daring, courageous and caring.
Yeah, I think your mini
Hang on.
just disappeared.
Family's calling me. Give me a second.
Sure.
Your mini just disappeared.
getting very distracted by the smell of kulo yogurt that seems to be coming from my neighbor.
Okay, you're here and you are coming from. You can come. Is Meowling cooking kulo for you?
No, I think it's the neighbor.
Ayah. Okay, you're running up the Bridge of Bones, so you're here. Okay.
Yep.
Next round, Cang Tian, what are you doing?
Okay, so I see like they're vamoshing, right? They're kind of
He's
taking.
he's vamoosing like you.
Vamoosing.
Okay, got it. Then the creature is kind of like yelling and running after us, right? I
It's reared up
this-
basically on its full to its full height, about 20 feet long, right? And
Okay.
he's basically he's slamming his body against the ledges.
Okay. Then I basically kind of like just shrug and say, well, there's an end to negotiations. This bridge of roots is the path that we use to crawl out, is it?
Yep, that's right.
Okay, got it. So we need to get it out. Then I say, I'll take him. Just continue moving, and then clamber up to the bridge of roots,
Mhm.
and I use my move action and my bonus action to kind of like leap on top of it.
Okay.
And so I kind of like basically take a move and adapt, kind of like double my speed, I guess.
Mm.
Then as I get over to where it is, I see where Yifan is, right?
Mhm.
How far is Yifan behind me?
Yifan is ahead of you. He's here.
Yifan is ahead, right?
Mm.
Then I say to Yifan like, okay, you need a push? Do you need a boost, basically?
No, I think I'm almost clear.
Okay, got it. Then I look at the creature and I basically, with my standard action, I guess I will just, let's see, it's going to chase other Yifan. I'm going to take my standard action and a dash behind Yifan as well. So it's a move, hero, shadow step, and a dash. So basically it's like 40, 40, 40, about 120 feet basically.
Okay.
That's the maximum I can go.
You're right behind Yifan.
Okay, then I basically say like,
Wudang?
okay, let's go guys.
Wudang?
Run!
So, okay, Kukang, what are you doing?
Follow in Chang Tian's footsteps. Oh?
You are going to reach
Now
only...
literally in addition to metaphorically.
Yeah, okay. You're only going to reach down here though. You're going to reach like near the Bridge of Bones. Same with same with Longmo, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna like put up onto the next ledge and then continue.
Okay. Ken, this is about as far as you guys can go because the two of you have no specific movement abilities.
Actually, he has a barbarian has on level 5 has plus 10 feet already. He's 40 feet already.
Oh, okay, then you're on the bridge.
Hang on.
Yeah, so actually it's
yes,
it's only long.
It's actually yeah.
faster.
Yeah.
Sorry, bro.
Actually-
Left you alone there, bro.
Just that my decently high AC.
Okay, the next step is to jump up here and then after that you're basically home free already. Okay, you hear but don't see. Yeah, leftover minis. You hear but you don't see something slamming against the wall here.
Short table already.
Okay.
It's doing the worm equivalent of flip table.
Both of you, please make me dex saves. Actually everyone except Lomo make me a dex save.
Dex save.
DC is 13.
I am okay.
Okay.
I got 16.
Okay.
Oh, I failed.
Sorry. How come where's my D&D beyond? Oh, my Twitch overwhelmed it. Dex, is it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's a 19.
Okay, make me a second dex save, Rich.
Okay. Second dex save is 14.
Okay, the second dex save is good, but this is what happens. The bridge shatters
Okay.
along with the platform that you were on.
Okay.
Okay, we can.
And he's basically, you're basically dangling by, you've left last minute. You're basically dangling on the edge of the ridge here. You guys, the rest of you managed to basically leap yourself into safety, leap clear into safety. It would be logically back onto the bone bridge, or at least the remains of the bone bridge that's still available. Okay, you managed to leap on the other side, but you're clinging onto the ledge now.
Mhm.
Okay, top of the round. Yifan, what are you doing?
Okay. My last second level spell. I am going to inscribe the shadow step, misty step rune and teleport up to the top.
Okay, no problems. Last one that you have. Oh no god. Why are you stuck? Why are you stuck here? How did I manage to get you stuck there? Yeah. Gotcha. Okay. And you're running out, right?
Yep.
Okay. Next in the round, Cang Tian and
Okay. Got it. So, if I correctly understanding, so I'm on the ledge. I'm safely across, and
no,
there's
you're not
Wudang
safely
behind me.
across. You need to make about 30-foot jump.
Okay, that's all right. That's perfectly
That's
within my
within your
capacity.
capacity. Yeah, within your
So,
capability.
is there anyone that is near me that looks like they need some help, like some taxiing?
Maybe Longmu.
Okay, I look at Longmu and I say,
Just need a little.
okay, then I kind of like Longmu is which one?
Longmu is here.
Is the one with the plate armor and
Yeah.
the shield?
Yes.
Okay, got it. And that's how many feet away from me on the stairs? From my Givzerites feet.
That would be about 10, maybe.
Okay, got
10
it.
feet, yeah.
Okay, got it. Then I kind of like I kind of do the kind of like the running power slide kind of down
Okay.
down the area, right?
Okay.
And I say this is basically I say Silty catch my hand. Then later I reach my the adamantine beads out, right, basically over to him, right. Then later swing it out, and when he grabbed hold of it, I basically kind of like use that to. So basically, I'm moving 10 feet, grappling him, and then this is the obscure rules knowledge part. But because I have the boots of striding and springing, my speed cannot be reduced below 30 feet. So even when you're grappled, normally your speed is reduced to 5 feet. Haha! But now I don't. This is my technique. So I'm going to move 10 feet down, grab him with my standard action,
Walao-wei.
and then move 20 feet, and then use Hero Shadow Step to jump back another 30 feet to do the full taxi. Okay.
Okay, but you can only do that in his turn. Kukang, what are you doing?
Yeah, so taxiing you lah, so you can run more later.
Okay.
Does Cang Tian need help?
And yeah, can lah. You want to follow taxi also can, but never mind lah. You just run up first.
Okay, then just
Yeah,
run to safety.
you are the
Dash
DHL truck.
You need a DC 10 athletics check to reach the edge of the cliff.
Okay, don't three
Don't-
plus. 3+ on D20. How hard could it be?
Hey, you don't.
Famous last statement.
I said it. I rolled a 2.
Make me a Dex 13 save.
Okay, this one pass.
That's all.
Now the 13 can pass. The 3+ cannot.
Okay, you are now stuck on the edge here. Stuck on the ledge.
It's
Okay?
like more taxi needed.
Yeah.
But
More
should be able to.
taxiing.
Should be able to pull myself up next turn, right?
Yeah, but depends lor. You managed to jump across. Cang Tian, this is as far as you get.
Okay.
Okay, this is as far as you get. Longmu, you can. How far do you want to go?
If I were to do one of my
Amoism.
lunging strike to strike the thing on my way out, just so I can distract it.
You can ready an action down here for the inevitable lunging strike that will come up towards Kukang.
Yeah, so I want to distract the beast. So I'm thinking, because I have that lunging strike thing, right? The action. So I can jump up his head, give it a stab, and then proceed on to
You cannot reach him
next
at
left.
the moment. He's not reared up.
So
So
it's not read out.
yeah, he's not reared up. At least not to the extent of where Kukang is, right? But you can ready your action on the ledge.
You can try to grappling strike Kukang, then pull him back.
Can I grappling strike Kukang?
Oh yes, absolutely.
Grappling strike Kukang.
I'm grappling you. You're grappling Kokang. So now we actually have another conga line.
So I'm going to
Alright, never mind.
I will
Let me
unfold the
taxi
sleeve.
everyone then.
I unfold the sleeve and I swing it out and I grab,
Okay.
and I grab it out.
You will. I'm not going to make you roll for it. You auto hit. Kukang, are you going to escape?
No.
Okay.
I think this is quite classic Wuxia, you know, like one guy fall on the face.
Yeah, then
everyone
everybody
jump out.
starts. Throw a rope over. Okay. So
This
you
is a
move a
very
max.
sweet. This is a very sweetheart moment.
Yeah, this is a very sweetheart moment because just as you're about to go right, and just as you're about to push up, what happens is that this guy strikes at Cang Tian because you're the guy that's closest to the ledge.
Mm.
Alright. This thing is big, man. This thing is massive.
Okay.
What do you do?
I'm like, I know he's feeling a bit left out. He also want to join the grappling party.
Okay, so does a 20 hit?
Yeah, it hits.
Okay. Wow, this is gonna hurt.
Okay, it's okay. I wrote high on my HP for the last few levels just for this one moment.
Walao eh. Take 42 points of damage.
Can still alive, still alive.
Okay.
Can. Yeah.
Yeah, he hasn't heated up his body, but you are grappled.
Okay.
DC
Okay, got
17 to escape.
Got it, no problem. Can.
Okay, so the massive worm just lunges forward, right? Grabs you by the leg as you are about to hit up. This is about as high as I think this is absolutely about as high as you can get. Hold on, sorry, my there's a problem with this particular map is the yeah, okay, never mind. I'm gonna just bring out another flying worm.
What? Now there are two of them.
Yes, now there are many of them. Oh no, whatever are we going to do?
Yeah.
So
This is getting out of
MG.
hand.
This is getting out of hand.
No, just hold on. Then won't be out of hand.
Okay. There's a limit to how far I can go up in terms of basing lah, but yeah, so yeah, this is about the limit of how far I can reach. Yeah. Oh, yeah, you can reach it. Yes, okay. Yes. Hi. Okay, so Cang Tian, you're grappled. Top of the round.
Sure.
Yifan, what are you doing?
Just run, don't worry.
Lao you too hero already lah, you.
Don't worry one it's I know objective. Objective is save this piece of fire, not our lives.
Okay.
So to get it straight, Cang Tian is still holding on to me, right?
Cang Tian
Yeah,
is
and then you're holding on to Pukang, right?
I need to know because it
no,
means
he had to let you go along the way, I would assume.
I
Yeah,
don't-
to let you go to taxi you. So
Yeah.
so actually you already at the taxi stand already.
Okay, so Yifan, what are you doing first?
I turn back and attempt to hit it with a firebolt.
Okay, make a roll.
火焰, inscribe the rune of 火焰, and I just fire the firebolt at it.
Okay.
Firebolt. 0 firebolt. 10, I think it misses.
Yep, it misses.
I hope he distracted, but okay, never mind.
Good try. Cang Tian.
Okay, got it.
DC 17 to escape.
Got it. So I kind of
Acrobatics
focus.
or athletics? Take your pick.
Okay. I kind of focus in like it's burning up around me, is it? Is it
Yeah,
just
slowly
scared?
starting to burn.
Okay, got it. Then I kind of basically just think to myself, oh, all right, this is like new times to learn everything. And as the fire burns, as the heat begins to burn in my body, I kind of let the mass from my burning flesh essentially generate the little gaps I need to kind of slip my way out. And then once the pain kind of like wakes me up, right? And I kind of use the very distinctive this southern snapping, letting the arm reach out extension. You know the kind of thing that they use in the sun
Yeah.
kind of thing, right?
Yeah.
And then I kind of like all my joints kind of step out, and then I kind of like put explosive force double. And I use the creature because it's so big, right, to serve as the foundation for me to basically put my feet on to can break out lah. So that's my focus as I do it, my coloring for it.
Okay.
Roll athletics, yeah. Okay, let's go. That's a 26.
26. Okay, 26 gets you up. That's your action. You can move 30.
And then I move, and then I bonus action, heroic shadow step, and then I kind of like a bounce up basically.
That's 50.
And
You
then-
can get up to Yifan.
yeah. Then I kind of like hit up. Then I say like, hey everyone, I'm alright. I'm okay. One more
Everyone
time.
in-
Please, not so
every-
okay.
His body
Everyone
is
in Seoul,
seared. He's suffering from what looks like third-degree burns from his body. He's bleeding from one massive. His entire ribcage looks like he's taken a massive contusion. Kukang, what are you doing? Are you staying to fight the monster?
We are not staying, right?
No, we are not.
Generally not healthy, lah. Let's say.
Is there anything helpful I can do, or is it just I keep running?
Remember how your level 7 party in my game ran away from me? We are level 5.
Okay, run away.
Why? I mean, it's totally doable. It's totally doable. Okay, y'all run away.
You need a
Y'all
lot of crits.
Run away!
run away.
And so brave Robin, run away.
Okay.
You need to create. You need to create.
Yes.
Okay, your guys are out of initiative.
Okay.
Yay! We run away.
As you run out, you hear commotion from the front of from here. You hear sounds of guards scrambling around. It is echoing through the halls.
Okay. Try. I switched to the side of my of coffee to see what's going on. What's happening to?
Coffee is
Tea?
here.
Sorry?
Coffee and
Will you lie down?
Oh, okay. So there are no guards near
no
the...
guards near here.
Okay.
Let me transform this to Shui Xian. Okay, Shui Xian is here. Si Haige is here. And Si Hai sees you from the entrance of the cave as you come bolting out the entrance, bounding out like a bat out of hell. He says, Did you get what you were looking for?
Yes. But I expect guards to come down this way.
How are we going to
Maybe
get
we
out?
I will heal Cang Tian.
Okay, thanks.
For how much?
You took 42, right?
Yeah, 44. I took, let me see, let me look at my remaining HP. I took 42, yes, 42.
I will heal you for 15. That leaves me with 5.
Okay, sure.
Do you need more?
I'm okay. Then that means you give me 15 out of 28 HP.
Okay.
Then if you need me to punch you through, because I bought adamantine weaponry, so we can make new exits if you want.
The floor is, speaking of making new exits, the floor is starting to rumble.
Okay, I mean the new exit is finding us as well. So I think we use the guys that we're trying to run away from to fight the other guys that we're running away from. We use the famous adventurer tactic.
Yeah. I was thinking of that as well. So like we wait for the guards to bypass us to the one that we are running away from, and then we try to sneak out from while they are fighting.
Most of the guards don't know about the Prison of the Dead. Remember, the access to this Prison of the Dead is through a secret door that
Oh.
Hmm.
So they might be there.
that's entirely true. You have actually no idea what's going on right now with
Okay.
on the surface.
Can we dig our way through?
Okay, Ken, it's time for me to move Earth how many times and punch the enemy how many times.
Okay, what you do realize is that there are actually
Wudang, jailbreak time.
Crack knuckles.
okay.
It's time.
Make me an investigate
Knowledge
slash
jail.
knowledge nature roll.
Can we use knowledge jail?
Knowledge
There's
jail.
no knowledge jail lah.
I rolled 60. Okay.
Okay,
Invest,
there's a lot of empty space here, and you realize that this area here leads upwards here to roughly where the steps are.
Okay. I look up. We look up. I point. Maybe there.
As you hear this, right, fissures begin to open up along the
I-
stony wall.
I think we can't wait
Alright.
any longer.
Let's go. Then I leap up and attempt to. Is that a wall that you're pointing to or something?
It's okay. It looks
the
like
ceiling.
yeah. This is actually basically end of the rain wall because I was not expecting you all to try and punch your way out of a wall, right? Because party member. This party is weird. Okay, this party is just weird. That's all I can say.
Okay. Then I basically say, hey, do you have booming blade still?
Yes, I do.
Okay. Then I pass him the adamantine beads, right? Why don't you booming blade using these beads on this wall?
Hey, T4C has just raided us. We now have a
Hello,
record.
Hey.
Raid. You
Yeah,
just
so-
finished. You just finished. The group has actually just finished running away from a massive silkworm. They basically decided that discretion is much better part of valor, and the silkworm was basically trying to nom them all the way up from the pit, and now they're trying to punch their way out of a cavern of a prison cavern.
The only violence we do is to taxpayers' money.
Yes.
That's how we like it. Yeah.
Okay, so
Like the cash.
Yeah. So
Pass you my adamantine weaponry for you to booming blade with it. Because you auto crit on objects with adamantine, then your booming blade. So calculate all the d6s and we can stand around and do a contained blast for you, so we don't cause too much architectural damage lah. Then we get out.
okay. So for those of you here from the T4C raid, right? This is a game that we're running, Xianxia DnD, that basically has Wuxia heroes. There's a lot of martial arts, there's a lot of wire fu action that goes on in this particular one. However, the one thing I was never expecting was that was the use of martial arts on inanimate objects such as walls, caverns, and things like that in order to escape.
Yeah, it's like, but you see, always in these martial art shows, it's like the characters are like stymied by walls and like nobody bothered to take like thieves' tools. And it's like, oh no, water's coming up, and then like we're going to drown, and then it's like, in any other party we can get past, but Wuxia characters who can fly will suddenly get defeated by some trapdoor.
Yeah, some trapdoor that just closes up, right? Despite the fact that their fists are thermonuclear weapons, right? So
Yeah, right. I never understood.
okay, so you're punching your way out, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Fissures are opening, and you start hearing screaming from above you.
Just a question. Thunder damage does more to inanimate objects or
Not necessarily.
Not necessarily.
bludgeoning?
Shatter specifically does state doubles damage, but thunder
Yes.
damage itself does not.
I
okay.
just give you auto crit only. Is like with adamantine. Yeah.
Okay. Sure.
That's how much. Right now, level 5 already. So that's plus 2d8. So that's 4d8 base because of the crit double. Then later, the weapon is you do a 1d6, 2d6, 2d6, 4d8. Yeah, that's not bad lah.
Yeah, you might be able to actually cause a wall to at least the part of the stone to break open that he can use a move earth to slowly dig himself out.
We have Kukang and us. We use the power of jailbreak brothers. Yeah.
Jailbreak Brothers.
Okay, you hear screaming above you, and after a while, there's silence, and deep in the earth, you hear a low rumbling sound. Even as you manage to dig yourself out of the prison, even as you did manage to dig yourself out of the prison, you hear.
Oh no, it's coming after us.
It's okay lah. He'll learn acceptance in time.
Okay, where are we returning to? Are we going to the border inn or are we going back to Loya?
We shall.
We have
Let's bring him to the border inn.
Yeah, bring the border in. Because she the who 水仙
right.
will get spotted in
Yeah,
Luoyang.
she'll scare the
Yeah.
streets.
Not that she'll scare the streets, is that she might get spotted by the blockade guards.
Oh yeah, that too.
So yeah, the border in should be the way to go, and the fact that we don't want Luoyang to load and crash the.
Oh no! I had it preloaded already this time round. I have become smart already. Okay,
Okay.
you walk through the usual group of specters. Jiang Sihai and Shui Xian look quizzically at the specters, even as they moan and groan, and you do their.
Say,
Sorry, Nick.
say one.
Nick, what did you just say?
Nick, you're cutting out a bit.
Hello.
Nick, you're cutting out. I can't hear what you're saying.
Do you hear me now?
Yeah.
Yes, I
Still
can.
a bit staticky.
Yes, I say one battle at a time.
Okay.
Okay, so Shui Xian is here, and Jiang Sihai has, as he's walking, but you can tell that he has reached the end of his tether. As you walk in to the inn, the sounds of the specters go. Save us. Save us.
Tell Sihai to ignore the specters.
As you walk in,
Spectre.
Pixie and Ziyi, right, are running full tilt towards the door, and even ferocious Goblin Son is running full tilt towards the door, and Ziyi has something in her hands lah. It looks like potions, some kind of medical kit. As Jiang Sihai walks in and is basically promptly collapses at the front door. And Shui Xian just walks in and Shui Xian catches him as he collapses. He says, "You have returned." Ziyi says,
I look at Ziyi and say, "Could you look after this brother of mine?"
says, he not a problem. Come. Pixie drags his body over after the what appears to be some of the rooms in the corner and sets him out on the bed. As the rest of you congregate over at your usual meeting spots.
I am looking out for Qinglong. Is he in the inn?
He's walking up the stairs.
Okay.
He's the red.
I will meet him halfway. While the rest get seated, I will meet him halfway.
Okay.
I will go. Okay, actually no, I should avoid Qinglong.
Yeah, you should.
Qinglong strides up towards you, the group, right? And you intercept him over at over at the entrance of the thing. Pause for a moment. Ziyi goes to Liu Longmu, and she says, "What have you done? There's been news that the entire prison has collapsed."
No.
No, that wouldn't be us. That would be the fault of a giant silkworm.
A giant silkworm?
I look at Cang Tian.
Yeah, it's got the criminal, rather tenacious entity in a secret prison under the prisons, and I guess the foundations were undone, and now then I look at the inn and I say, hopefully this would be a good way for us to see that end to all unjust prisons. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you do realize.
This changes things. She thinks you're not worried. If you go back to Luoyang, you'll be going in as wanted man.
It was a sooner or later kind of thing rather than never, rather than a now or never.
I understand.
Look at you, and besides, I'm already kind of wanted.
My advice is for you not to return to Luoyang for the time being. Use this as a base of operations if you need to. There are ways out. We can brief you on those in the next couple of days, but this is not good. The brocade guard will be here soon. This is we will deal with them as we always have. This is neutral ground. Even the brocade guard has nothing to say of it. Scene shifts over to you. Qinglong steps up and he looks like he's trying his best to. Okay, very big people, sometimes when they are really tall, really big, really muscular, they in order to fit in, they tend to kind of try to shrink themselves down to a lower size.
Yeah.
He's trying to do that. Very unsuccessfully since he's 8 feet tall. But he's trying very, very hard to reach down, and he says, Do you have what I've asked you to find?
Yes, I have. I passed him the bones.
He reaches out his hands, and with a cloth, what looks like some kind of muslin burial cloth, he reaches it out. The bones.
These are the bones. I placed the bones inside the muslin cloth.
He wraps it slowly, and he
I have something. Before
Puts
you
it
go,
he hugs the cloth for a while.
Be right back. I'm going to a little Paladin too.
Okay. Yes, Yifan.
there's something that you need to know. I try to call out the Scarlet Flame.
He looks at you. You bear the Scarlet Flame.
Yes, I do. And
How?
I touched the Scarlet Flame, and it has not left me since. Maybe it's because it's attracted to.
Don't tell me. I'm still Duke's yes man.
I was like,
The less I know, the better.
yes, I not.
You've done me a great
It's-
favor today. Thank you. Your friend
I look at him.
who's trying to avoid me.
He is.
When he's done avoiding me, tell him to speak to me. I have several things to tell him.
Okay. I will let him know. Is there any way I could help you out of this predicament? I have some abilities with alchemy, but
I shouldn't be
I don't know.
alive. I
True.
shouldn't. Insofar as what has been done to me, Your guess is as good as mine. Here's the secret. Xianxia doesn't know what has been done to me. He has been trying to duplicate this for years and years. He's only had limited success. I strongly suggest that you keep your flame a secret, especially if you're a skilled alchemist.
Okay. Well, that is interesting.
Okay.
I stop. Do you not come out from Xianxia then?
No. When I woke up, I had become like this. It had been months between the time I lost consciousness and the time I became like this.
Months only. When was he reported to be dead? Years ago, right?
Yeah, years ago. So the Jin Empire had taken over almost 15 years ago already.
Okay.
So you're
Okay,
well into the late Song dynasty already.
Yeah. So basically, based on the time frame we are looking at, is he became like this. He got found out by Duke Xie. Duke Xie is experimenting on him to try to replicate. So he's trying to create the super soldier serum.
Something like that. That would be the best way of describing it. So they have they have a sample super soldier, but they don't have a super soldier serum sample. That would be a good way.
So
of describing
Duke Xie is Hydra and he's the Red Skull. Okay, never mind.
That's not a bad way of describing it. Once Nick is back, we'll do it. Ziyi and Pixie, right, go up to Cang Tian and the rest of the group here, and she says, "We need to hide you, at least for the time being. The brocade guards will be here looking for information soon. We will have to perhaps avoid the border inn for the next day or so."
Sure. What's a good place to hang out around here?
Here, no. We can send you on your way to your next destination if you choose. But here, I'm sorry? There is a way to get to Shanxi. I mean, we can cut the travel time down by a little. It might be a bit of a rocky ride, but there are ways to mitigate the dangers of that particular journey. I would send you off in the next hour or so. I need to do some research. In the meantime,
hang on. I look at Wudang and Cang Tian. What we could look.
Hang on, you cut out again.
See, we could find out more about the mountain situation as well.
the what?
The mountain dogs.
Mountain dog situation.
If there is truly nothing better to do, then very well.
Your friend over there seems to be motioning for you to come over, Longmu.
I will go over.
Qinglong is talking to Yifan and he seems to be looking at you, glancing towards you. Yifan is having the conversation with him right now. Get your friend over.
Yeah, I gesture to Longmu.
You can stay if you wish, Yifan. You've earned that much. You have done the brocade guards a big favor today. He turns to you. Qinglong turns to you. Young martial nephew. Aren't you going to greet your martial uncle?
Never say hello as well.
What's the best form of greeting I think?
师叔 lor. The martial uncle lah.
师叔。
Yeah, 师叔.
Shushu, I didn't realize that you would know.
There aren't the martial arts of the Brocade Guards are proprietary. I thought Shenwu would have mentioned that to you.
Actually, he didn't tell me anything.
He nods. Qinglong nods and then he says, that is unfortunately the Shenwu I remember. You have questions for me?
I do. But
Ask
like I
them.
said, what makes you so sure that Shenwu is dead?
I am very sure he's not.
Then what is his purpose and what is his role? What is he trying to achieve?
Back when we were still guarding the Emperor, the four of us had differences in opinion on what to do. I was of the opinion that we should have evacuated the Emperor himself. And Duke Umu shared that opinion. Bless his soul.
You what?
Umu. UFA. He and I devised a plan to evacuate the senior member of the court. I would stay behind and buy time. He would be responsible for the safety of the Emperor. Shen Wu and Zhu He had other plans. I don't know what Shen Wu did to persuade Zhu He, but their plan was far more complex. They would save the heir, but they would mix him in with 6 other children of the court. Zhu He would stay behind to stall for time. Shen Wu would escape with you. And 6 of your relatives. Now, the one thing that you should know, and the one secret that only Xuanwu and I now remember. The Jin army should not have been able to capture the palace. There were too few men. Someone betrayed us that day. Someone opened the palace gates for them. Now, I have no idea who it was, but I am almost certain. I'm almost certain it's not Duke Xie.
Sorry?
I'm almost certain it's not Duke Xie. He has...
The only one with just cause in that case would be.
I do not know who it is. Rich, there's a burning sensation in your Dantian.
In my mind, I think, do you know who?
I do. But don't tell him.
It was you.
No. They were let through the chambers. Qinglong is a good man. But he thinks in terms of tactics and soldiers.
Think in terms of what?
Tactics and soldiers. That eventually was his undoing. Who would have thought that a lowly eunuch would have brought down the empire?
Then I know who.
I'm sure you do. The man who is now in charge of the bodyguards and bodyguarding the emperor.
I not. But I keep quiet.
I have my suspicions, of course, but no proof. I know Shenwu is still alive. The man is a survivor par excellence. For all you know, he points at the sword. You might even see him in Shanxi. Do you have anything else for me?
No, sir. Not for now. Actually, no. There is one more thing. You look as though you're under control.
No,
Oh,
I serve dukes here of my own free will. I owe him a life debt. He found me and nursed me back to health. In a manner of speaking. He thinks about it for a while. He found me this way. Now, I will not have this affect the two of us, but understand this. If it comes down to a confrontation between you and Duke Xie,
sorry, what?
if it comes down to a confrontation between us and you and Duke Xie, be
Between you
aware
and?
between you,
Yeah, okay.
you, Longmu, and Duke Xie, be aware that I am Duke Xie's man, and I fully intend to keep my honor in this respect.
Well, Shushu, the only thing I've got to ask is, do you serve the man or do you serve the cause?
I serve the man. His cause means nothing to me. Should he ever become treasonous, I will deal with him appropriately. Though, to be honest with you, I'm not entirely sure that his cause is not unjust in this particular case. Every other emperor, I wouldn't have minded. This one I mind.
Very well. Consider myself warned.
Alright. I will do what I can. Make sure that you're not here when the rest of the guards are. Oh, there's one more thing. That was very foolish what you did to Luo Wenying just now. A couple of days ago. It's not him you have to worry about. It is the three people who are now in charge of the Brocade Guards. At least one of them is after you. If not all three.
Thanks for the warning.
The one you met is the second star of misfortune. Tisha, the seven murders.
Mm.
He had
What are you
recently
referring to? The drow.
the draw.
Okay.
Be careful.
Jordan? No, never mind. I keep quiet.
I'll be on my way. Be careful.
I hope you find peace. For returning her. For returning her to nature.
He turns around and he cracks a smile. This is the first time you have actually seen him smile. And for just a brief moment, you imagine him. Man in his 40s. Long tousled hair. A jaw that was too broad. Eyes piercing like a hawk. The head trainer of the Brocade Guards. You see a shadow of him as he leaves the inn. In that brief moment, and he says, she deserves no less. And he walks.
I head back to the rest of the group.
Yeah,
Together with Lung or Amu. And are we ready to leave?
No.
Xianxia, are we looking for the mountain?
I'm actually very I'm I'll speak as Yifan. I'm pretty hesitant of going to Sanxi, as it's like bringing a gift to Duke Xie, or gift wrapped to the one location that he needs the sword to be.
Yeah. I mean, I have a strange idea, but
Bit of a strange idea as well.
okay. Why don't you go first? I think my idea might sound either stranger or more or less strange after you say it.
It's there.
Yeah, it's easier.
How many hoops do I have to jump through to orchestrate open warfare? An open war between Xie and
Sorry, you cut out again. How many to orchestrate what?
open war between Duke Xie and Hong.
So he says, it is not difficult at all. You just need to show up in Luoyang. It is, however,
We
not
getting-
advised. You have
Mm.
some powerful backers, but even your backers don't want direct war with Duke Xie.
Guess I'll really need time to stew on this. You might as well go to the mountain dogs first then. I open the quest log.
So yeah, I was thinking of this thing as well, and I mean we've got this terracotta soldiers, right? The
Mhm.
whisper that's that people's looking for. I mean,
Don't actually know whether it works.
Yep,
Sorry?
you don't actually know
We
whether
don't
it
know
works.
whether it works.
yeah, but I don't know. It's like there's all this. Then you see from Cang Tian's basically like his satchels and his books and scrolls he picks up. What I understand of this emperor's history is that either he commanded people to be buried with him, to be made as claymen, to their souls to be animated. I don't know what it is about this land and its predilection for binding souls to things. But why don't we go free up for this? soldiers in hell so that they don't have to serve some despot. Alternatively, if the idea of breaking away from imperial bonds doesn't appeal to any of you, we could also maybe schedule a visit to hell and speak to this first emperor himself and say, hey, Marshal Emperor, there's this guy who wants to take your sword to get your army. What do you think about him? I mean, that's not really out of our ballpark, right? Traveling between the worlds to talk to spiritual historical figures.
You have a point. I
Yifan,
think
there's
it is
only
worth considering.
one person that you know of that would have the knowledge complex enough to do that.
Yeah, and then we just rescue a necromancer.
Yes.
That one person don't happen to be Sui Xian's master, right?
That's exactly the one we're thinking of.
Xian's master would, but you don't know where to find him. There is one person that you know where to find and might have the knowledge for it. But it
Who
would
would that be?
necessitate a trip back to your mountain.
Oh,
Lao Lao land. Is it?
No. Not Lao Lao Land.
No. We have to talk to we have to go back to the inn.
Not go back to the inn. Go back to the peak of the mountain
Oh,
on my
Peak of the
favorite
mountain.
on my favorite map.
Yes, we need to talk to Five House Yan.
Show good energy.
We need to talk.
no, you need to talk to my master, I think.
Yeah, talk to a master.
Yeah, by me.
Oh yeah.
We
Bai
have
Cao
that.
Xian might know. Bai Cao Xian might
Yes,
know.
exactly.
Bai Cao Xian might know, but he's also. So you've got a couple of different avenues. Bai Cao Xian, least likely, most likely is Bai Mei. You may be able to get Ma Xiaoling's master as well, but you don't know how to get in contact with him. So these are your options if you want to go to hell.
Yeah, I mean, like, I like to kind of like help my friends go to hell very often.
Okay.
The mountain,
The mountain dogs sound a lot more reasonable, right, guys? This is my way of getting. This is my way of doing Renzus' plot. The alternative is we go to hell and say to Xing Suo, hey, don't so jibai can. Yeah, that's.
I am actually okay to go to the. I believe we can investigate more on the mountain dogs.
yeah, I think we should do the mountain dogs one.
The pixie says to him, the dogs do not frequent the border inn. If you wish to figure out where they are, then I suggest you pick up from the last trail where you've seen them. And Shui Xian says that would mean a confrontation with Lao Lao. No two ways about it.
It was an eventuality anyway, right?
Yes, we were going to head back to fight Lao Lao anyway.
Yeah, for the better yogurt.
I believe we should try to be more prepared to defeat Lao Lao.
Ziyi thinks for a while. He says, "You speak of the tree spirit." Shui Xian says, "How did you know?"
She is an information broker. She would know.
Okay. I have a question. Your master is looking for you. He left me word. I'm supposed to tell him. He did not tell me not to tell you that he was looking for him. She smiles. Now, Lao Lao. She's a tree spirit that feeds off the resentment of those who have died nearby. She's 1,000 years old. No mean feat for a tree demon.
Mm-hmm.
The thing about her is, until fairly recently, was a fairly benign spirit. Then something happened that provoked her anger. And I have a feeling it has something to do with emotions towards Kokang. The wrongdoings of your bandit friend. Almost as if the actions of your bandit friends were designed to
Stir her up from her wake to cause trouble around the region.
exactly.
Then we have to investigate the mountain dogs regardless, right? I think our path is quite clear.
It is well, that is true. You have no leads to the mountain dogs right now. Wait, unless you go back to Loyang.
Don't want no need lah.
Hiya.
That one you trying to get in trouble, right? No need. We get a lot of trouble ourselves already.
Ya lor. Ask you all to go and do things, then you all say, hey, let's plan a side trip to hell. It's like, let me go and get the Descent to Avernus game book
I
and then
just want to see you make the map. You see.
make the map for hell. Actually quite easy, you know. It's not that difficult. I already have an idea for it.
Challenge accepted.
Challenge accepted. Okay. So question: Where do you want to go from here?
How do we want to approach the mountain dogs?
Like actually, I have a lot of information about that's relatively connected to the mountain dogs, guys. Because firstly, I found out that whoever forged the documents, etc., all the kind of stuff. There's some wolf hair, etc., the kind of thing. So, and they operate out south. The mountain dogs operate out north. So, if we find out more about mountain dogs, we can find out potentially some kind of pan-national conspiracy, right? So, I think the mountain dogs, like we might not have relevant information directly now, but I think we'll probably open up a huge amount of information that will fall into our laps after we do that. So, I'm quite for the mountain dogs as well.
Okay.
I think we can go towards the mountain dogs as well.
Very well. Looks like it is time for me to confront some old ghosts.
Yes, all ghosts are good.
Hey, Casbah, thanks for the follow.
Technically, all ghosts are the problem here.
Okay, so
true.
she says, you will go back and confront Lala. Here are the things that you need to know. 1. She cannot be killed until the altar at her roots is destroyed.
Okay.
She made a deal with some dark powers many, many, many years ago, and now feeds off the blood of the feeds off the dark spirit of resentful spirits. That's number 1. Number 2, she is most adept at using innocent people bound in her service to do her dirty work for her. If you know of any such things, be careful, because Allah has no hesitation, will not hesitate in any way to make sure that you will regret ever having tangled with her. Those are the 2 pieces of advice I can give to you. I can return you to within a week's travel of Lao Lao. There is a disused sigil in that area.
Sigil. Oh, look.
What cultivation system are you gentlefolk using? That's a good question. So for site Segu, because Casbah asked, right? So I've basically adapted the D&D tier and experience and level point system to use as cultivation. What I have, however, also done is that I've added on martial arts as attunement items. So they can attach certain martial arts, and they have actually used these martial arts during the fight as various techniques that they can use. That's basically how I've adapted this cultivation system into the D&D world. So, all right, then we should head there. Okay, so give me everyone take a 5-minute break, and then after that we will enter into the intro of the next.
Okay. I'll go and take my bio break now.
Yeah, go and take your bio break. 5 minutes, okay? So guys, any. Yeah, so this is a good time to address your audience if you have any questions or comments or things like that. I apologize, the plot is actually a little bit complicated because I have a tendency to try and do things in a very martial arts serial way, and martial arts serials have a tendency to end up with plot lines that are vaguely soap opera-ish. So untangling all of the threads that have been happening, this is basically what the group has been doing, and in doing certain things, they've also closed themselves off to other things as well. Like for example, because they busted their buddy Shui Xian out of jail, right? They are probably not going to be able to return to the capital city, so that actually takes away a large avenue of their investigation right now. Yeah. Yes, anyway, so today's, now that I have a little bit of time on my hands, today's sponsor, just to remind everyone, because of the raid, people who've been on the raid, right? Today's sponsor is kindly brought to you by the Luoyang Silkworm, Ice Silkworm Preservation Association. Now, an ice silkworm is a thing that is extremely rare. It happens maybe once in 1,000 years. That's what the mythology is. This ice silkworm normally does not grow to the size of 20 feet tall along. This one just happens to have encountered a source of great energy by which it cultivated to the size that it was right now. However, they are extremely rare. They produce really good silk, and therefore they should be preserved at all costs, which the party did. To their credit, yes, the Loyang Ice Silkworm Association also rara. Yeah, and Drew also kindly pointed out that this is where giants get their silk underwear from, which is really nice and cooling because it's made from ice silk.
Great for Southeast Asian weather.
Great for Southeast Asian weather. So just now when I was watching T4C and 1,000 chapters on different books on Wuxia World, so I'm very interested. Casper, what? So a lot of these are. This world is a particular mixed hodgepodge of it. I've said this in Southern Song Dynasty, so it's actually around the period of time of the Legend of Condor Heroes, especially the latter half of that particular trilogy. These people have already been to Xiangyang, for example, and Xiangyang is the border by which, the Legend of Condor Heroes, Guo Jing and Yang Guo, have. Hey, hi! Thanks for the subscribe. They're actually the ones who they have not actually encountered them. I'm trying to make these guys the focus of it, but there's also a lot more of. There's also a Xianxia element to it. So these guys are cultivators and stuff like that. And there's a lot of, if you go into my Discord, there's also some information about how I've managed to house rule certain things. Yep. So, and of course, I've taken inspiration in all kinds of like Hong Kong movies. So anyone who's ever watched, a Chinese ghost story will recognize our dear the tree demon in there, which was named Lao Lao. Okay, so let me just get rid of it because there was actually a zombie escort quest that came through this map a while back. I need to clean up the map a bit.
Wasn't expecting us to circle back, right?
No, I was. I just wasn't expecting to do it so soon. So let me just set up the map. Coffee. Yeah, thank you so much, Caswell. And the other thing about it also is that I've also tried to use an equivalency for classes. I'm not completely done with it yet, but for example, right? Um, Bladesingers, and Battle Masters, right? To me, right, are basically the two aspects of wuxia in terms of what they call the chi faction, people who use chi in their sword play versus
现代跟
the sword faction which uses physical movements. So there's a lot of there's kind of a bit of adaptation to it as well. That's how I conceptually think of it as it. You know, for barbarians and all that, right? I always think of them as kind of more in the Zhang Fei, Lu Bu, Romance of Three Kingdom, Berserker traditions. And of course, we have drunken monks lah. You know, we have our dear Cang Tian. He's the most sober drunken monk I know.
Yeah.
And
I make very good decisions, like go to hell and things like that.
Also, there are other other concepts for cultivations is like body cultivators and chi cultivators. So like for example, barbarians are like body cultivators where they basically are focused on building up their muscle or physical martial powers, whereas there are other cultivators, like for example, the wizards are the chi or the internal cultivators, where they focus more on the so-called formation of spells.
Formation of spells, they are, and even wizards and sorcerers and warlocks. Warlocks are an interesting case lah. Warlocks are basically what people would consider people taking shortcuts in cultivation. So they rely on an external patron in order to shortcut their thing. And so that's the concept I use for demonic cultivation. But like sorcerers and wizards are the types that they basically do things like Taoist formations and what have you. And sorcerers are those who basically cultivate more in terms of the internal energy. Anyway, so we're off to confront Lao Lao already, is it?
So
Yeah, I think so.
Are we back? Is everybody back?
Yeah.
yeah, I'm back.
Okay, so what I'll do is, as usual, I will set up the scene and then we will stop at the cliffhanger.
DC hanger.
You see a scene let me turn on the music because this will be somewhat important. You hear the vultures circling the canyon, the very land looks disrupted. The spirits that were bound previously along this canyon, the guardians of it, all slain by you, remain in their eternal rest. You hear and you smell the stench of rot, the stench of unholy practices in this area. With your eyes open to the disruption in the land, you can never ever close it again. You hear a scream. Across the canyon, you see a very familiar dryad, chained to a tree, or rather, not chained, but wrapped in vines around a tree that seems to be slowly squeezing the life out of her. over here. You've had a week, you have a long rest. You can take the benefit of a long rest.
Yay!
Long rest. Oh, favorite kind of rest.
Yes.
You feel as if there is somebody here watching you the minute you approach this cursed land again.
I look at the rest and I go. I guess I cross the bridge first.
Actually, I will. And I will immediately move ahead.
Okay.
As you reached here, the dryad that is being slowly squeezed by the branches, she opens her eyes and goes, "No, don't! Lao Lao is prepared for you. She's been waiting for you to return. If you value your lives, just leave." Responses?
Sorry, we missed.
Yeah, I think
the-
you cut out a bit. I was actually worried
Yeah.
that it was on my
Okay,
end,
sorry.
apparently.
What had happened was that the dryad says, "No, don't come any closer. Lao Lao knows you're coming. She's been waiting for you. If you value your lives,
Value your what?
value your lives, just go. Just leave."
I look over to her and. So, why would she be anticipating us?
She's been waiting for you to return since the day you left.
Miss us lah. For causing so much nice trouble here.
To entertain her, right? She hasn't had so much entertainment for 1,000 years.
I
She
mean,
wants. with
we
us.
also have a Morton dog with us, and if she's interested in moving, all the movers and shakers look like they have something going on. So maybe
Yeah.
it's like, yeah.
All the more reason why you shouldn't be here. Don't bring the mountain dogs back here.
Don't bring
You
the
know
mountain
the-
dog back here.
Yeah, that's what she said.
What has happened between Lao Lao and the mountain dogs?
Trigger warning. There is trigger warning here. There is a moment of this part of the backstory involves rape. So, for those of you who are going to get triggered by it, please be aware.
Okay.
She bursts into tears, and she says, "The mountain dogs are the ones who did this to me." She looks at the four of you. "Why are you mixing with the mountain dogs? I thought you were good people."
I am no longer one of them. I have not been for several months, at least almost a year. If anything, I greatly oppose what they've become.
They took me on my wedding night. They killed my husband. They murdered my family in the banquet. They chased me to the back hills. Then they had their way with me. Left me for dead at the roots of Lao Lao. And in my anger, I called out for help, and I called out for vengeance. I called out so that I would be able to inflict the pain that they've inflicted on me. And I woke her. And since then, my home has become this. It's enough that I get punished. I know what I've done. But if I can just put even one more mountain dog 6 feet under, it would have been worth it.
I mutter under my breath. A vengeance that turned Lao Lao malignant to the party.
No.
Sorry, what do you say? Vengeance something lao lao to the bar.
And I say to the party under my breath, right, so that the dryad can't hear it. So it was Lao Lao being angry and helping this dryad seek vengeance that caused her now malignancy, her
No.
aggression.
I think that what has happened is that the mountain dog deliberately leaves a person with a vengeful heart into near Lao Lao in order to wake her up and kind of infect her with malignancy.
I think everyone's kind of like missing a very important part here, because I think we heard that she tends to use back doors and back channels. So isn't it more logical that the mountain dogs, why would they travel all the way here, right? Somebody must have caught them here. Who's the most powerful person there? Lao Lao. So obviously she's the one with the cash, and they're the ones working for cash. She pays them to victimize people, so she can go and provide them with warlock packs to do stupid things. I mean, that seems to me to be the political economy here.
姐姐, are you okay? 姐姐.
Then I basically look at the dryad, not uncompassionately, but also very basically staring at her and saying, does that make sense to you? Or am I just rambling on my mouth?
She doesn't hear what you have to say. Because I assume that this discussion was actually happening in the party, within the party. Tracian, on the other hand, has basically, while the four of you were discussing among yourselves, Tracian has stepped up. 姐姐, are you alright? You look upset and hurt. Are you okay? She's stepping forward.
She's
Not
there
too
waiting.
far. So you said not too far ahead.
Xiao Mei, wait.
She's got tears streaming down her face, right? I want to help her. Can we help her?
Yes, we can.
Okay.
And let's go together.
Let's go.
Crossing to the other side of the bridge.
Yeah.
Yes, please.
As I'm walking across, I walk alongside of Cang Tian. I say, your conclusion does make sense a little, but we will need Lao Lao to confess in order to free
The dryad disappears.
the dryad.
That's what I figured would happen.
It's also very possible that she uses another creature that's enchained to her to lure us into where she wants us to go. Because, we're not the kind of people who say, oh, okay, you mustn't help us. Then we're like, oh yeah, we want to help. I mean, that's kind of pretty much our track record so far, So,
Your track record has been most pleasing.
I'm
An
glad.
old crone walks up the path.
Oh, she's been making use of all these extra other beings like the dryads and possibly even the mountain dog to sow discord. I mean, just so that she can gain power, or like
I mean,
start
you
or
see,
get her
some
name involved in Kickstarters or anything like that.
I mean, some of us cultivate, right, feasting on the souls of the dead, like, a certain person we just ran away from. Some of us actually do physical exercise. Some of us, some of us go jogging, but some of us like to cause wars and eat the misery of people.
And
I
some,
mean, like,
and some silkworms like eating a particular flame, right? There are many
yeah,
different ways
so,
of cultivating.
the thing at the end of the day is, like, I think this cultivation thing, I'm beginning to understand why heaven sends forces down to make sure people don't cultivate, because it's really, it's really a drug. It's an addiction. It causes stupid behavior. It's like, people are dead and they still have this terracotta armies because it's cultivation stuff. Man, then he looks at policy notes like, I strongly suggest more tribulations.
More tribulation.
More tribulations.
More tribulations suggested. Fold up, put into compelling box. Done.
Don't say I never say.
You're the Persian monk, aren't you?
Yeah, and I am.
You're he looks at you, a mountain dog. He's looking at Kokang.
Yeah.
And the three of you, you have passed through these lands before. What business do you have back here? Why are you back here? You have managed to escape, have you not? We have not chased you down. Why are you back here?
We were like,
You
I look at Cang Tian. You
Oh.
want to ask her directly?
Yeah. So basically, you see, we're investigating you. I'm investigating you, ma'am. So if you'd like to help me in my investigations, we could clean this up quickly and we could be out of your hair.
Are you investigating me, or are you investigating other things related around the area?
Well, I mean, like, you're a genius loci, so, you're kind of like the spirit of the area. So if you investigate the area, it's investigating you. So I don't want to be insulting to you to say that you don't control the area. So we're investigating you, because you are the area.
But what particular aspect of it? You know how genius loci work, right? You go to
Yeah.
Earth Spirit, you go offer incense, you go to him and say, Earth Spirit, give me the numbers for tomorrow's Toto, right?
Yes.
And sometimes he gives it and sometimes he does not, right? Or you go, Earth Spirit, make my daughter hand in her math homework, right? These things are specific, and the genius loci, the spirit of the land, they were only able to affect the land. So you have to ask me a more specific question than that. Like the lady over there, she swore vengeance on you, your kind. You're very lucky that you're no longer part of them.
I hear they've been causing trouble.
Yes,
That they didn't used to do when I was around.
That is true. I will, however, say that what you had said of me was absolute slander. I had nothing to do with it. I benefited from it, of course, but I had nothing to do with it.
Do you know who sent them here?
No, but I do have guesses. You ask me a very specific question, I give you a very specific answer. It's one of you, he points to Cang Tian. One of you.
Sorry, one of us what points to me?
Yeah, points to you. One of you. One of your kind.
Ah, yes. Fire priest, yes?
Yes! Very annoying. Threatens to burn the place all the time.
As a... Do you happen to... I mean, I'll definitely take you at your word for this, but you wouldn't mind if I just kind of check your paperwork. I mean, what passes for your records here? Like when you took a certain oath of vengeance, to the fulfillment being killing of certain bandits. Could I just check through that to make sure the dates and numbers are all correct?
You're very welcome to try, but I do not have them here. You'll have to accompany me to where the bodies are buried.
Okay, sure. And then in exchange for that, maybe I could help you out with this fire priest, since you seem to be having some neighbor disputes with them.
Not neighbor, very far away, far to the south. All of these strange Yue Min types, always causing problems. Far to the south, not here. We operate in the north here. Okay.
This may be a bit rude, spirit of the land, but have you always been here in this land, or were you transplanted from elsewhere? I mean, why would a faraway spirit cause trouble with you unless they already knew you from somewhere, right?
That is a good question. I do not know the answer. If you meet the bastard, ask him yourself.
Sure, I'll be. I take down my notes to ask this guy.
Okay, and as you reach the roots of the large tree with the altar below it, right? I'm assuming that this is where this is how you guys are standing, basically.
Yeah.
Okay. She says, "You are very welcome
Before.
to meet." And with the motion of her hand, right, roots part up and skeletons appear from the ground. Some of them waving swords, some of them waving cleavers, and they all walk towards you menacingly.
Hey, so these are the witnesses, very well armed witnesses, I suppose.
Very, very well done. Okay, and
As
with
a
that,
player, I know where this goes.
with that, we will autosave because of the next thing up is a fight.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, we all didn't see that coming lah, huh?
Where God.
Give your benefit of doubt lah, huh? You all never see that coming, huh?
Hey, I just want to check your paperwork, lady. It's like, no, this is very suspicious, you know.
Very sus, right?
Very sus. The moment I say I pulled up my idea, then suddenly straight away come out and want to silence me already. Oh, then talk about my enemy, or my enemy is my friend. No need until like that.
Yeah lor, it's like
Not our first rodeo.
yeah, this is not your first rodeo already lah. I think you all know all the tropes already lah. Huh? Okay.
No, you've been summoned by
We still fall for it.
No, you guys were intentionally trying to come here and beat shit out, right?
Maybe our HP.
Pick a fight.
If we cannot pass the investigation roll, we just spend HP. Use points to see.
Okay. Everyone, thanks for joining us again today.
Thanks for your time.
Thank you, everyone.
Thanks everybody
Bye-bye.
for your
Good
time.
morning, good night. Good rest.
Yeah, everyone have a good rest. Rich, do you want to go and raid Phoenix Iwaki, or are we going to be too tired already?
I will raid. I'll do the raiding.
Okay lah. Then anyone who wants to stay on can stay on, and then people who don't want to stay on can don't stay on. Okay.
Okay.
Alright,
Good night,
bye
guys.
bye.
Okay,
Good night,
everyone.
all.
Good night, everybody. I'm going to stop streaming in 3, Rich, 2,
Yep.
1.
Bye bye.
Okay, bye.